All right, Nick, we're going to start talking about some things that you can do better as a hitter. And in this video, we're going to focus specifically on your load. And I know I said that you've gotten to a lot better position with your launch position when your front foot hits the ground, but I still think there's some places that you can get better. So I'm going to show you what the major leaguers are doing, and I'm going to explain why they do that. And then I'm going to show you what you're doing and explain how it can get a little bit better. So we're going to begin here with Chase Utley. And the principle of hitting that we're going to talk about is when a major league hitter takes his stride forward and loads his hands, his shoulders are going to turn slightly inward towards home plate, as you can see right there. Let's slow it down. You'll see Chase Utley right now in his stance. His shoulders are square towards the pitcher. He's going to get ready to do his negative move. There's his negative move. He lifts his heel and pinches his knee inward towards his back knee. And the next thing he's going to do is take a stride towards the pitcher. And as he does that, his hands are loading and his front side shoulder turns slightly inwards towards home plate. So you see here his front foot is down. And you can see that little inward turn with the shoulders. Let's take a look at another major league hitter, Miguel Cabrera. Again, you see him here in his stance position. His shoulders are square towards the pitcher. Stays in his stance here. Here you're going to see him begin his negative move right there. The heel lifts and the knee lifts and it pinches in towards his back knee. And at this point, he's ready to take his stride and load his hands. And as he loads his hands, you're going to see those shoulders turn slightly inward towards home plate. When the front foot lands, you can see here that inward turn. All right, now let's talk about why hitters do this. The first thing you have to understand about hitting is it works from the ground up. All right? And so once Miguel Cabrera plants this front foot, you're going to see his hips begin to open. So the front foot plants and the hips begin to open. So the feet deliver the hips. Now the hips are going to deliver the torso. Okay? And remember, we talked about as a hitter, we want to keep our shoulders closed as long as possible to stay on the pitch. And so if we start with an inward turn with the shoulders are going to stay closed a lot longer as our feet deliver our hips and our hips deliver our torso. And that's going to enable us to stay on an outside pitch and hit it deep, as you can see here with Miguel Cabrera. So reason number one is by turning the shoulders inward as we land on our front foot, it's going to keep us on the ball longer with our upper half. Reason number two, it's going to create more power. You can see here when Cabrera lands and his shoulders are turned in, he's coiled on his upper half. When you create a coil like that, remember, all of our power is in this core area right here, okay? So when you coil your upper half and then you unleash it, you're going to be able to hit with a whole lot more force when you make contact. All right, so there's two big reasons why we want to turn our shoulders inward towards home plate. One, it keeps our upper half on the ball for a longer period of time. And two, it creates more power. Now, with that said, let's take a look at you on the right-hand side. You'll see here that like Cabrera, you start with your shoulders square towards the pitcher. That's good. And we're going to take you into your negative move right there. So now you're getting ready to take your stride forward. You're going to see the step forward right here. And right there is where you land. And you can see that there's not really a slight inward turn on those shoulders. And as a result, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to hit with power because you're not really coiled up on the upper half. And it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to hit an outside pitch because your shoulders aren't going to stay on the ball for as long as possible. All right? So keep that in mind. We're going to try this out the next time we work together, and we'll see how it goes.